Hey everybody, this is Brian here. This is going to be my late New Year's resolutions, the top five, unlike the normal top 10, because I think 10 New Year's resolutions would be a lot to try to fulfill for oneself. So um, in the lane of trying to be realistic, I guess I'm shortening it to a top five today. So let's get to it. Yeah, this is my first video back in a while. You know, I've been out on family trips and visits and stuff, and yeah, there's been a lot of holidays: Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Uh, a lot of days it would have been impractical to make a video, so this is my first one back actually in a while. Okay, let's get to it. Late New Year's resolutions, top five. To go back technologically in terms of the things that I use, I think that we've systemically bought into the planned obsolescence of our technology, and that we buy expensive new stuff since our old tech doesn't really work anymore. I want to start looking around for older tech and use the most effective and efficient method of technology possibly available to me, even if it isn't always the newest um, thing available. I'm curious of the longevity of digital music versus physical media. I think that you're more likely, in my opinion at least, to break or lose a phone than a CD or a VHS. What is the longest amount of time that you've actually had a device that plays digital music, like a cell phone or an iPod or something like that? I would guess if you're anything like me or the people that I know, the max amount of time that you had like a phone before you needed a new one is probably like 4 or 5 years at most. Um, I have many examples of physical media in different forms, like CDs, for example, that have lasted for much longer than that. In many different cases, I have dozens of CDs that have lasted longer than that. I want to go back because newer isn't always better. Uh, I know that there's no time machine, but I think that we can start using older products where more practical instead of just trying to look like we always have the newest and coolest thing. Okay, number two is to watch the whole Giants season. Well, at least as close as I can get to that. Um, my hopes haven't been that high for the team this year, but I want to at least give the team a chance, despite the biggest stories so far this offseason being that they might trade Bumgarner and that they signed Pat Venditti. Um, as close as possible, at least, I want to watch every game. And who knows, with the second wild card now, anything could happen. Maybe they could kind of slide in there like they did in 2010, beat a better team like they did, and just kind of slip in through a couple of lucky, well placed hits and actually, um, you know, steal another World Series perhaps. Who knows? Anything's possible. Um, anyways, number three on here. This is to learn a new word every day. This is pretty self-explanatory, I think. But I want to try and improve my vocab without a great amount of really strenuous work. I want to write each new word in like a notebook or something, and um, yeah, just try to also write out new ones as they come, like in a book or something, in a newspaper maybe. Um, write out new ones, the definitions of them, uh, kind of throughout the day. So maybe it'll end up being more like 4 or 5 a day, I guess, actually. Number four, this is kind of stretching it on the definition of a resolution because it's not really something I control. But I really hope for a new seizure length record, for a record that breaks my old one of like 45 days between them. Hopefully, um, I can get like several months, maybe I'll actually have a year. Who knows? I've seen people on Facebook post comments about their multiple year, like their 6 year anniversary. So I guess again, anything's possible. If it is with the Giants, it is with this. At least I would hope. Number five on here is going to be to get back into reading a little bit more. Um, it's been a little bit harder since I got sick. I felt almost like I had dyslexia since I got epilepsy. It feels like my eyes are out of sync with each other, and maybe I might need to get glasses somewhere at some point in the year. Um, yeah, see an optometrist or something. Um, but yeah, I'd like to read a whole book. It feels like it's been a while, longer than I'd like to admit. I'd like to read a whole book, several of them, of course, if possible, since it's a whole year. But yeah, I'd like to get back into reading, learn some new words, hopefully improve my health, and stay loyal to my team. Um, you know, uh, well, for all of you throughout the new year, for my team, for anybody who might watch this, I hope that all your resolutions come true and that you have a great year. Love you guys. I'm out.